He's living in Romania. He doesn't have an Islamic group around him telling him this.
Miami, there's no Muslims
Same
at
thing
all.
with Miami.
I'm the only one.
So we've got to really be cautious with people like this.
Right. I don't think it's overburdening. I'm not trying to victimize it. I find some of it annoying because I am the center of a lot of those, and I think about like how a new Muslim or somebody who's interested or somebody watching right now who's looking into Islam and how they could be pushed away.
But it's not just you.
Like that.
Even if it's not just, I'm saying that the general manhaj, the general methodology with somebody who's new to practicing or new to Islam should be really like leniency and a slow and a gradualist approach. A real gradual, incremental approach. It's like anything in the world. It's like...
So would you say that the shaitan uses these people to overburden these reverts, to repel them?
Thinking that they're doing good.
Yeah,
he does.
Could do, bro.
Yeah.
Could do. Like, you got to really think twice. Do I need to say this to this person at this time? Is this going to help him in his Islam? Or is this going to help me? You think I'm a... Because let's be honest, it's true that some people have good intentions. But let's be honest, some of them have bad intentions. That they want to, they have a holier than thou attitude.
Yeah.
And they want to judge someone.
It's true.
You see?
It's true.
So they'll find the revert or they find the new Muslim or the newly practicing person, so that they can practice their judgmental skills, so they can feel better about their lowly lives. No, but it's true.
But good intention is not sufficient when it comes to
the actions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So the application has to be correct as well. Yes. Yeah, that's true. So leniency is absolutely needs to be there. The gradualism of dealing with the new ones. That's why when we're talking about, like, this is more of a, that's why I was saying it's a high level discussion for the people watching, right? Yeah. I don't want them to get confused. Like, for example, for example, referring to a general ruling, and then now talking about specific things to do with the reverts, their application with them. Also, the people watching need to be careful. Like, the two opinions of taking the opinion which is more lenient versus the opinion which is more cautious. It's not the same with someone who's always been Muslim, born Muslim, with someone who's a revert. So these differentiations also have to be made. And sadly, like, I get people who DM me, for example, say, brother, like, do you need help with the new Muslims? I never respond to these people because I don't know you. I don't know whether you'll be able to deal with them correctly, whether you teach them right, you'll have gradualism with them. You've got a good intention, talking about the good intention there. Do you want to help? Do you want to support, right? But if I bring him, he ends up doing the opposite. Like, okay, the work that you've done of like bringing someone closer to Islam, he's going to do the opposite now, pushing them away, right? So you have to be very careful with the people that are dealing with the new Muslims and how they deal with them, right? So it's very difficult.
I have a story when one guy became Muslim in Speaker's Corner, right? And
he took a shahada in the park.
Took a shahada in the park, and I took him to the coffee shop afterwards, and I said I had to go to my mum to do some errand for her. So I got this guy. He was also, and this was a big mistake, because he was part of, like, I'm not going to mention the sect, but a group of Islam that deals with politics, let's say, yeah?
Okay.
So I said to him, please, brother, just do me a favor, just teach him how to do sort of Fatiha, because he's now at a stage where you can teach him how to pray. I went and I came back, and he was talking about the rulers, and he was talking about this, he's talking about this one, and we have to overthrow that one. Okay, do you know what I mean? It's just like,
you know, I want to talk about this because it's good. It's a good point to talk about. But I don't forget your question as well about Palestine. We should come back to it as well. Yeah. So the idea of this idea of talking about the rulers, not talking negatively or positively. Now, I think Muslims need to understand that the people that have social media platforms like myself or you or individuals who have like an influence on the social public, right? Yeah. Are we really making an effect on the ground, talking negatively or positively on something happening in a complete different land that we're not even there? That you know, whatever you say, okay, this person is good, this person is bad, he's doing this today, he's doing this in the morning. The question is, what is the positive effect that you're making, right? As a Muslim staying in the UK, telling this new Muslim, you know what, that people in this country are bad, they should be removed. He doesn't know the name of the leader, he doesn't know what these people are doing. It's none of his business, right? So I think as Muslims, we should concern ourselves with things which are more like important.
Yes.
As Muslims, the Prophet said, be keen on that which benefits you. This has to be the state of the Muslims, not just talking about this person did. And Allah Azza wa Jal in the hadith, He hated for us multiple things. One of them is al-qil wal-qal. This person said, that person said. This is not the behavior that a Muslim should be taking. And sadly, there are people on social media, sadly, that have a lot of viewings. They might be talking about, like, for example, this person, that person, this country, this person did this person did that today, this person is doing, this country is doing that. Okay, are you making a good effect in the end? Are you affecting change? Let's talk about it. And honestly, I want to say this, and I want to hear your opinion. I think a lot of the people that talk about these issues, it is more for themselves. I'll tell you why. Because this is what the people want to hear. If I talk about, this is what the majority of the people want to hear me saying, you know, I'm speaking the haqq, this government is this and that, this country is this and that. I'm speaking about them, and the people end up praising me, saying, "Look at this. This is the only real person. Look at all of the other fake people. They're not day and night talking about this person or that person or this person." I think we should all be keen on that which benefits us. Learning about the Quran, learning about the prophetic tradition, learning about these things. Yes, there is a level of understanding what is going on, but to be day and night talking about this specific person is doing this, specific person is doing that, is this really affecting a good change? And using, for example, the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, that we're just talking about, forbidding the good and forbidding the evil and enjoining the good. Are you really forbidding the? Are you talking the king of this country is watching your Twitter account, and he's now you're forbidding the evil. He's reading it and he's learning and he's following what you're doing, or is it the people that are watching you and listening to you that are the ones that are getting this? Oh, he's saying, and then them praising you, right? So I think it's an issue that we have, and sadly, I want to say this as well, and I want your input in this, because I know you want to say something, sorry, that there are a sense now of pushing people away from the scholars. I think that's the issue that we have today. The people have developed an attachment from the scholars due to many of these individuals talking about countries. And they started now saying, okay, these scholars, look, our person that we follow speaks the haqq. These ulama do not speak the truth. Therefore now you are creating, first, hatred from the layman towards the scholar. Number two, detaching the lay public from the scholars. Now, what end up being the source of knowledge for the people is that person on YouTube, or me doing research on Google, or the video that I've seen on YouTube. And I think that's a very dangerous thing. The connection between the ulama and the lay people, this is one of the most important foundations that we have. This idea of
of course. I totally agree with everything you just said there. I mean, we just have to define who the scholars are, because if you sometimes, as a new Muslim, let's say, or a newly practicing Muslim, you'll be told that the scholars are only the people in this country or this place.
Yeah, that's another problem.
Yeah, so long as we understand that the scholars are in Morocco, they're in Pakistan, they're in India, they're in all of the Muslim world, there are scholars everywhere. And that their opinions are, not say equally weighted, but these people here have good opinions, these people here have this. And so long as we understand that there's scholars everywhere, and it's not just in one place or one bubble, or you have to follow this particular one, then what you've said is absolutely, I agree with it.
You know, what you're saying is this is the other side of the coin now. I know we're both understanding what we're referring to here, but there's another side of the coin, right, which is what you're referring to, is like thinking, you know what, the scholars are legislators with Allah in a sense. And not only all the scholars, but the group of the scholars that I like. These are the only scholars out there. These are the scholars that can say what is permissible and impermissible. Sure. And anyone else is not a scholar, because they didn't say he's a scholar yet. Exactly. So you're of one, they would say you're of one of two positions. Either you're unknown, because our scholars have not spoken about you yet, we cannot take knowledge from you, or you're not good, because our scholars have said bad about you, right? So they have this group of people that, sadly, it reaches a level of, you can say, ultimate obedience, comparing them with the Ruhban, what they do, what Allah said about the Yahud. There's a very strong comparison there. So yes, the scholars, the ulama, and I'll tell you something, many of these individuals, I spoke to them, I said to them one question. I said, name scholars outside of that country.